Hello everyone, welcome to Edgewood High School, where today it's the Edgewood Eagles hosting the Minutemen of Washington Township here on Halloween. In case you didn't notice my partner's dress, I'm Ed Bankin along with Tad Kasaneski, who has got the Halloween tie. But Tad, coming to trick or treat here at Edgewood, no treat indeed, the Washington Township Minutemen. This is a huge game for the Eagles, a good chance for them to finally take on one of the best in South Jersey.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Ed, Edgewood is a pretty good team coming in at 4-1. They feature the running game. They have three tremendous running backs: Greg Smalls, Lawrence Thornton, and Zafir YG. Tremendous amount of speed overall for this team, and they could present some problems for Washington Township today, Ed.
You want to talk about good backs? Washington Township has them too. Coney, Kalango, and Kerner. I guess the K sound can stand for kaboom with the blocking of their offensive line. This Minutemen team, number one in Group 4 right now. They're just playing maybe better than anyone in South Jersey.
Yeah, they're doing a real nice job. We got to see them play a couple weeks ago. They blew away Cherry Hill West. They're a powerhouse. This is going to be the battle of the running game today. It's going to be real exciting to see.
And as you can see around us, the weather is not really the greatest in the world for football. It's been drizzling on and off this morning. Ted, of course, Township's got the great running game. How much can that affect this game today?
Well, Township has a lot of good speed up the middle. I don't think it's really going to affect them. Edgewood, on the other hand, Ed, they have a lot of speed outside, and that's going to have a big factor for them in this game. I don't think they're going to be as successful as they would be on a dry surface.
Should be a huge game today. Washington Township 5-0, Edgewood 4-1. Get set for a good one here on Halloween. In case you couldn't tell already, Washington Township and Edgewood coming up next on Jones Intercable Channel 13.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tad Kasaneski along with Ed Bankin. A big game today. Washington Township versus Edgewood. Washington Township in the white will be kicking from our left to our right as the kick is taken by Huckle. It's a little bit short. Now it's taken short side by Edgewood. Getting some room around the left side, getting about to the 45-yard line right there. Pretty nice carry, and it'll be a nice start of yardage there. That was Art Dreyer, number 88 on the carry, Ed.
Okay, Edward's going to get the ball first, Tad, and we talked about the field conditions. We talked about how that could be an advantage for Township when they have a football. You mentioned at the top of our broadcast how Edgewood can run the football as well. So now we'll keep an eye on how Smalls, how Thornton, how Wajid can all do running the football today. As you can see, the field's a little muddy, so we'll see how much of a factor that plays.
And they run something called the offset eye. As you see, they line up in the eye to the behind the tackle on the right side. Makes a quicker run into the holes there. We'll keep an eye on that. There's a quarterback sneak right up the middle on a gain of about 4 or 5 yards there by Bill Gannon. An interesting first play.
A very interesting first play, and it caught the Minutemen's defense a little bit off guard. Gannon, of course, with three powerful backs, usually does not have to do too much of the running, but he got a nice block in there off tackle and by the center and by Kevin Voss up there, along with Brad Schmidbauer. So Edgewood has to be happy with their first play.
To watch out on the line for Bob Bowman, number 75, and Rodney Pointer, number 76 for Edgewood. As here's a handoff left side, and a nice play right there for Thornton. Gets near the first down. And if Edgewood can get on the board early with this running game, we're going to have a good game going today.
And this could be an outstanding football game for Washington Township. Again, they are 5-0. After this game, they have really only one other real top caliber opponent. That's Eastern, but that comes after the Group 4 playoff cutoff. So Washington Township essentially all but will lock up maybe the top seed in Group 4 if they can win today.
3rd and about 2 right now from the 44-yard line. Bill Gannon over center. It kind of slips. Now they get a handoff left side. It's going to be close to the first down as Smalls carried the ball there. That's very close to the first down.
Interesting decision here. If they're short, the referee, so yes, he is signaling 4th down here. They've got 4th at about 1.5. And it's hard to tell by the mud, but it looks like we had the ball spotted just inside the 50, right around the 48-yard line. Looks like Edgewood's going to go here.
And there was a classic example, too, there, Ed, how the slipperiness is going to hurt this Edgewood team. It's 4th and 1 right now. First big play of the game coming up right now for Edgewood. Offensively, quarterback sneak up the middle. We might have had a false start there on the offense, as they just tried to do the thing that they got their 5 or 6 yard gain with, the play right up the middle.
Dead ball foul. First down.
Mistaken there. Automatic first down there on the encroachment for Washington Township, as they were a little bit anxious coming up there. So Edgewood gains their first down of the game, and they continue to move the ball.
And Coach Tom Brown, of course, up in the top of the stands. A little press box renovation going on both sides here at Edgewood, just doing some changes. So we are out in the wild for today's game. We are battling the elements as well.
It's cold, It's wet, it's damp, it's the flu season, but we're outside anyway. Here's a handoff up the middle, and gaining a nice dive up front in there is Lawrence Thornton, number 4, and the referee goes down on that play. It is really slippery out there, Ed.
I think we may have a hold inside. It looked like there was a good hole open up.
Motion.
Again, they called a motion penalty against Edgewood. The flag came down. Getting out there on the block was James Smalls, of course, one of the running backs. He threw a nice lead block, but it looked like there was something going on inside the line before the play. Edgewood, again, cannot afford mistakes against his team.
That's just what I was going to say, Ed. This first drive is very crucial for Edgewood. This shows Washington Township, hey, we're here to play. We can play with you guys, and mistakes like that are going to kill them. It's going to be 1st and 15 right now from about midfield. Once again with the offset eye. Handoff up the middle, and a beautiful tackle coming from behind in there is Jim Kalongo, number 44.
Boy, what a great burst of speed by Kalongo to find that hole. Read that play very well. Again, one of the assets of this township defense. They have a lot of smart players, too. That's an underrated element in football, particularly on the defense. They have players that can read the play very well, as Kalongo did right there.
2nd in about 16 on that big play by Kalongo right there as we looked at it again. Kalongo getting that backfield quickly. Back to live action. Pitch far side for Smalls. Tries to get around right end, but he's stopped again by Washington Township. And that's a case where if Smalls gets outside, he's got a lot of room to operate.
A good thought, but Washington Township's doing a good job that time of stringing things out. Mike Kerner got over there to help out on the tackle. Not much there for Edgewood. It's a good thought if they can get outside. It's a little less muddier on the outside part of the field, but Edgewood, after these couple of plays, finally having little problems against this township defense. Everyone talks about Tom Brown's offense loves to pound the football, but defensively, this is a solid team.
3rd and 16, we may see Gannon throw for the first time, as he has Mike Best wide out to the near side, back to pass. Loops one up for Best. He's open, but a little bit long, as defensively he had beaten the cornerback there on the far side. But a nice effort right there by Edgewood.
An excellent play, unfortunately for Edgewood. The ball was just thrown a little too deep. Mike Best was open out there on the slot. He had his defenders beat by a couple of steps, but on a timing pattern, the ball just thrown a little too long. Edgewood, as we'll watch again, watch the play here. He's 2 steps ahead right there of the nearest defender. That was Kalongo chasing him.
Yeah,
and also out there was Alex Farkas, but now on 4th down, Edgewood is forced to punt.
And Greg Smalls, number 3, back to punt right now for Edgewood. Gets a pretty good snap here. No real rush on. Takes his time. Nice line drive up the middle. This could roll down to the goal line. We'll see if Edgewood can catch up with it. And they do, and it's frozen at the 4-yard line. So Washington Township has some work cut out for him here. Offensively, the number 1 or 2 ranked team with their quarterback Tim Huckle. In the backfield, we're going to see Jim Kalongo, Mike Kerner. Jerome Coney is injured. He will not play. At wideout, Mike Falecchia. On the lines, Matt Laparata, Matt Murray, Bob Ferris is the center, Joe Scarfaglione, Chris Marcucci, the tremendous tackle, and Mike Colavito for Washington Township.
Washington Township, again, this is a team that does not throw the football that much, but again, as Tad just mentioned, they have a great offensive line and 3 backs to work with, and Tim Huckle can do some movement back there as well.
So they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line, deep in their own zone. There's a handoff up the middle in there for Kerner. Kerner fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Edgewood. Our first big turnover of the game, and Edgewood has it.
That ball was recovered by Mike Best. And Tad, one thing we did not touch on with the elements as we watch it again, Kerner with the ball going up the middle, tries to fight for that extra yardage, did not tuck that ball away. The ball might be a little slippery today. It is still drizzling. And those running backs are going to have to hold on extra hard with both hands to hang on to that football.
Yeah, that's a real good point there. And that was a good job of Edgewood of tackling the ball right there. So they catch a big break. They're going to take over 1st and 10 right now. Looks like just inside the 10-yard line. There's a handoff up left side with it as Thornton tries to get around the end, but he's taken down there.
Alex Farkas again making a stop. And Edgewood right now has to take advantage of their opportunities here against this Washington Township team. They've got a great opportunity here. They're inside the 10-yard line. They want to get the touchdown, but they don't want to make the turnover if nothing else. They want to come away right here with some points. They have to capitalize on opportunities like this.
We'll have to keep an eye on what they can do here. They're at about the 8-yard line, 2nd and about 7, we'll call it. Deep in the back is a Fear-YG. There's a pitch to Ajid. Left side has a blocker in front, cuts up and dives ahead to about the 2-yard line. Fear-YG, an outstanding running back.
Got a couple of nice blocks up front, as you mentioned, Tad. As Edgewood's offensive line is could be the key of this game. Again, we talked about Township's offensive line, but Edgewood is going against that Township defense. We've already seen Kalango and Farkas. They've got a couple of real impact players, and one of the keys of this game could be just how well Edgewood's offensive line plays. Now an interesting situation here at 3rd down and goal.
3rd and 3 from the 4. Here's a pitch to Ajid, left side. Same play. He's in for the end zone. Touchdown. 6-0 Edgewood. What a great play. They just came back with the exact same play again over left tackle there, Ed. Followed the block of Rodney Pointer. As we look at it again here on the replay, watch 76 there. Real nice block clearing his zone.
Another excellent block on that play by Ralph Medoro, who came into that game. Pointer on one side, Medoro on the other, just open up that hole, and Edgewood off to a big early score here in this game.
And turnovers are going to kill you. Just ask Washington Township. Deep in their own zone, they fumble. And it's 6-0 Edgewood, and that's exactly what Edgewood needed here. They needed to get on the board first. And they're going to line it up for they're going to go for the extra point here. From the left hash mark, they line it up. And they have a kicker number 51 in to kick right now for Edgewood. That would be Todd Howell. Howell is a sophomore. Snap is good. Kick is long enough. The kick is good. 7-0. Edgewood takes the lead. And what a big, big offensive set right there for Edgewood. As we get a look at their coaching staff right there. Bob Lee, the head coach for Edgewood.
This is a huge game for Edgewood. This is the kind of game that can really turn the corner for them.
I love the way they attempt to kick off the balls. There's a pretty nice kickoff far side. Taking it with there's number 40 for Washington Township, and a big hit right there. As carrying the ball in there for Washington Township was Alex Parkas, number 40.
Parkas got hit, but we saw the slippery field conditions coming to play right there. He just lost his footing cutting up the middle, and of course in high school and college, if you go down, you do not have to be touched. You are down, play is dead. So Washington Township, not horrible field position, just outside their 20, but you can look for Township to try and get it going on the ground here and try and get a long drive here going before this quarter's up.
And this is not going to be an easy game by any means for Washington Township. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Huckle over center. Huckle hands off up the middle to Kalango. Kalango gets a couple yards, but a nice stop by the defense there of Edgewood.
The Edgewood Eagles defense has to be happy. They forced the turnover right away, and now they come out again. Again, the battle in the trenches is going to be critical on this side of the ball as well. Edgewood's defense, and they gave up 42 points against Cherry Hill East, but they've been improving since then, and they played much better football over the past few weeks.
Front line of Rodney Pointer, Bob Pfluger, Bob Bowman, and Art Draper. We'll get to the rest of the defense here in a second. As dropping back to pass, throwing near side, complete to Kerner. Kerner tries to bring it upfield, and a pretty nice tackle made there by Smalls, number 4.
Good job by Huckle to get that ball away as Ralph Medoro got in, got him around the ankles. And of course, it's tough enough for a quarterback. He has to get his footing set before he makes the throw. It's especially tough, not only with a guy draped around your ankles, but again with the field conditions. Keep an eye on the quarterback's feet if you can. It might be a little more difficult for them to get set under these conditions, especially in the pocket straight back.
3rd and 2 right now from the 29-yard line. Washington Township trailing at 7-0, 5:08 and counting here in the first quarter. Huckle over center. Hands off up the middle. Big hit in front there. Kalango with the ball. He's probably short of the first down, too.
I don't think he got it right there. As a surge was attempted on that side by Washington Township's offensive line, and Edgewood going toe-to-toe with them right in the trenches. So far, a couple of big plays for Edgewood defensively, particularly by number 88 for Edgewood, Art Dreyer.
So Art Dreyer doing a nice job. It's 4th and about 2, and Washington Township is going to punt. And that shows a tremendous amount of respect for Edgewood out there, as in their kick right now will be Tim Huckle, the quarterback. Huckle with a tremendous foot. Gets a respectable kick up middle of the field. Takes a good Edgewood bounce, and it's frozen at about the 50-yard line. So another break for Edgewood, as everything seems to be rolling their way right now. They'll take over 1st and 10 right about at midfield.
The Edgewood Eagles have to be very happy with how things have started here with their 7-0 lead. Now they've got the ball with 4:13 to go, and they actually have the ball inside Washington Township territory. They spotted it around the 46-yard line here, 1st and 10. And we'll see if Edgewood goes right back to the ground, and we'll check out if Washington Township has done anything differently. They haven't played that horribly defensively. The touchdown came after the turnover, so they haven't done that horrible a job so far.
Gannon to what fakes to IG, now kept by the quarterback up the middle of the field, and he gains about 6 yards. It almost looked like a broken play there. but Gannon took it up the field.
Gannon looked like he was looking for somebody. That did not look like a designed fake. But Gannon did a nice job of slipping through. He found just enough space inside the hole to pick up a good gain of about 5 yards on the play here. So now 2nd down and 5 for Edgewood. And again, they have the ball in Washington Township territory. And you know, by each yard gained against this great Township defense, their confidence is growing, especially with that 7-0 lead.
2nd and a long 4 here, if you will, from the 40-yard line for Edgewood. They lead it 7-0 with that offset eye. Deep back in there is Thornton. Now there's a play in there for Wajid. There's a flag down far side. Looks like he might have got the first down, but once again, a flag is down. Here comes the referee for the signal.
Holding number 58. Here.
Well, they even went as far to tell us the number. So holding against Edgewood there, and that'll bring them back.
Well, Edgewood has had a pretty much penalty-free game so far, though that holding penalty will bring them back. It's tough. Again, if you look at the size matchup, Washington Township has a bigger defensive line than Edgewood's offensive line, and that can cause some problems as well.
Yeah, just look for a lot of stuff going around the outside. Couple misdirection plays for Edgewood. They do a real nice job once they get the ball outside. Quarterback doesn't really have to throw the ball a lot because they have 3 tremendous running backs in the backfield. Have been doing a great job this year for them. They're going to line it up now. 2nd and about 12 right now from the 48-yard line. Gannon over center. Drops back, hands it off. It's fumbled down there by Smalls. Smalls manages to pick up his own fumble on the draw play.
Didn't look like it was a bad handoff there by Gannon. Smalls just did not tuck it away, and fortunate the Township to come up with the turnover. See, Gannon put it right there.
You know what one of the problems looked like Smalls was looking up the field before he got the ball, and he wasn't really paying attention.
And not only that, Ian Smith, the man who got in there for the tackle, was bearing down early. I think if Smalls gets that handoff, he might have ran into Smith anyway right away.
So now that makes it 3rd and about 15 from the 49-yard line. They may have to put it up here. Gannon. Back to pass, rolling right, nearly tripped up. Now he rolls back the middle of the field, has some blockers in front of him. There's a nice block, comes around left side. That's probably going to be a clipping call right there as he's finally taken around. Whoa, everybody out of bounds there. And there's another flag. That's going to be 15 yards against Township. So they may be all setting penalties on that play. And the Washington Township players that are really upset about that.
Well, we'll see how they rule this, how late the hit was. They could rule it a dead ball foul after the play, because that play seemed like it was over for a while. Now there's some discussion on the sidelines.
The Washington Township players better watch it. They might get kicked out of this game. A lot of bad bad blood going on. They're still trying to organize. A lot of words being put out there by Joe Scarvaglione, one of the captains.
I have an illegal block here against number 2. Dead ball foul here.
Okay, with the dead ball foul, that would mean the first penalty against Edgewood would stand, but the dead ball foul would be added on afterwards. Now watch Gannon here. You got a nice block right there.
That's
once again,
the penalty right there. That was your penalty.
There's your illegal block. Now watch. The play is dead. The whistle has blown right there out of bounds. And everybody keeps going in there. So the benches go down. The players go down. Fortunately, nobody got hurt out there. So it will still be a 3rd down. They will mark the penalty of the illegal block, and then they'll mark off the dead ball foul.
Backs in the eye. Deep back is Thornton. Over center right now is Gannon. There's a handoff in there for Smalls. Right side gets hit hard. The referee gets run into, but a real nice run by Greg Smalls as a real nice misdirection run off right tackle.
Well, that'll bring up a 4th down, but Greg Smalls doing everything he can, fighting off those Township defenders. Watch this. He gets a good hole here to start, and then the rest is all Smalls. Gets to that hole and watch. Off one tackler, gets a help from a little bump from the referee, and spins through a couple more Township players. Nice run by Smalls.
Derek Alston, number 94, drilled the poor referee back there. Back to kick right now will be Smalls. Smalls will be kicking from his own 45-yard line as we have about a 1:18 and counting to go in the first quarter.
A little confusion. Nobody was back for Township. They finally go over to the sidelines and get 2 players back.
Nobody on the rush. Line drive kick right up the middle of the field as Smalls slipped, and they might get another break on this, as it's going to be down at the 9-yard line.
You know, that line drive kick, we've seen it twice today work for Edgewood. That is a great thought in this weather. If you can put the line drive a good few feet either to the left or the right of the players, or even further. You don't want to get it too close, but the way the ball is just dying here on the grass, and the way the players on Edgewood are getting downfield quickly enough, It's going to pin Washington Township back here. Now they have a 1st and 10, and the ball is on the 10-yard line. So still a long way to go here for the Minutemen as the clock winds down here in this first quarter.
48 seconds and counting as Huckle's over center. Hands off up the middle. On a line surge, they get about 3 or 4. So it's going to be 2nd and about 6 on the play. It's a pretty nice run up the middle. I believe that was Kerner up the middle as they finally come out of the pile there. There's your clock here at Edgewood. I'm Tad Kozaneski along with Ed Benkin, bringing you all the action here on Jones Intercable Channel 13.
Again, Washington Township coming into today's game ranked number 1 in the Group 4. Shawnee ranked number 2. They have a big game today against division rival Cherokee. Edgewood, again, can take a big step in their Group 4 ratings with a victory today.
It's cold, it's wet, it's rainy.
But we're here and we're having a great time.
Here's a handoff right up the middle. Edgewood there to stop it as Kerner takes it up right up the middle. And that's going to do it here for action in the first quarter. We're going to take a little break here on Jones Intercable. Once again, Edgewood with the lead, 7-0. And on a 3rd down play right there, they have a quarterback sneak. Huckle tries to run up the middle. He has enough for the 1st down in Washington Township. They needed that one there, Ed. Little mental process to get the chains moving.
Yes, they did. 2 possessions for Washington Township. The first resulting in a fumble, the second resulting in 3 and out. They needed a 1st down here just to try and get something going again. Special teams a critical part so far as Edgewood's punting game has pinned Township deep in their own zone twice.
1st and 10 right now, coming up from about the 23-yard line. Tim Huckle, the quarterback, having a pretty ugly day thus far, an ugly day. There's a handoff up the middle with some room and a big hit as Mike Kerner came right up the middle, gained about 8 before he was taken down by the defensive backfield.
That was Lawrence Thornton in on that pop, a good pop, but Township needed a good strong run right there, and they got it from Mike Kerner, who may be the best out of the 3 backs that they go with. Minutemen have got to try and get something going in the trenches, particularly Edgewood's defensive line. Their linebackers have held their own against Township's powerful offensive line.
2nd down and 3 right now from the 30. Flecchio out wide left for Washington Township. Huckle hands off up the middle again, and a 1st down or near the 1st down right there is Kerner. They're probably going to have to measure. It looks like he has it from up here, though. And he does have a 1st down. They move the chains.
Good surge on that Township offensive line. Bob Ferris inside, along with Matt Murray getting some opening right there for Township to run through and get some holes. And again, this should be a pretty good game right here, and it could come down a lot to what goes on in the trenches. Both lines playing fairly well so far.
1st and 10 from the 34. Huckle over center. Hands off up the middle again. This time stopped up the middle there by the front line of Edgewood.
And again, Edgewood coming in 4-1. Their one loss did come in the Olympic division against Cherry Hill East. And of course, the East has had some hard times since then, losing 4 in a row. But again, 4-1 and improving week by week is this Edgewood Eagles squad against Washington Township today.
And in the linebacker spot, they're missing one of their best linebackers, Dan Garlick, out with an injury. He's replaced by Bynum today. There's a handoff up the middle again. Washington Township running the ball pretty effectively now up the middle as Kerner took it right up the middle there.
No surprises. If you take a look at the Washington Township side, there's only one guy there with pretty much a clean jersey. That's the wide receiver. That is co-captain Jim Felicia. He doesn't get too much action during the game unless they try a little end-around reverses. Again, Township likes to run that football.
Well, he might have a chance to get dirty here as it's 3rd and about 6 from the 36-yard line. Number 1 or 2 ranked Washington Township trailing at 7-0. It's going in motion as Wigand. Huckle slips, drops back, quick pass out, left side complete to Kerner for the 1st down before he gets out of bounds. Nice play right there.
Excellent play by Washington Township. Excellent route run by Kerner. Edgewood had pretty much everybody covered, but they didn't get to Kerner out in the backfield, and he didn't run really a long pattern, just a quick little out pattern towards the sideline. Caught the ball and then ran enough for the 1st down. If Kerner's going to catch the ball and he's about a yard or 2 away, it's going to be very difficult to catch him before he gets the 1st down.
Big play right there. Washington Township 1st and 10 from the 45. Trailing at 7-0. One back in the backfield. That's Kerner. Actually, Kerner in motion. That's Kalongo. There's a draw play. Kalongo up the middle. Tries to go back to his right, and then he's taken down from behind. Not a bad play there on the draw, though.
Not a bad play at all. And Edgewood almost had him stopped in the backfield. A little frustration shown by Ralph Medoro, who's had a strong game for the Eagles so far. Just missed him in the backfield. And Calango just kind of plowing his way through there. He's the biggest of the three backs, the big fullback, Jim Calango. He is the epitome of a power runner, as we saw, straight up the middle, not too much towards the sidelines.
2nd down and 6 right now from the 45. Washington Township in tight, except for Falekia, right side. Wygand goes in motion. There's a handoff near side now, running with it, running into a lot of defense right there. I believe that was Coney with the ball.
That time Edgewood did a good job of stringing everyone out to the outside. Township trying to run left, but the Edgewood Eagles read that play and they just overstacked the other side of that line. A lot of green jerseys got in there for the stop. So now it's a 3rd down and 3 for Washington Township, a big down early on here.
And they've been running it right up the middle, having a lot of success. 3rd and 3. Edgewood needs a good defensive set here. Washington Township needs points on the board to tie it. Huckle over center. Huckle fakes the handoff, back to pass, throws long, wide open, caught. That's Colavito. Colavito going to dance in the end zone as nobody picked up the tight end. Mike Colavito, touchdown, and it's 7-6.
Well, there's a lot of confusion right now on the Edgewood side. No other way to describe it, but as you mentioned, Tad, a broken coverage play right there as Mike Colavito. Watch it again. Uncle with good time, he's got the protection, and wide open is Colavito. Nobody within 5 yards of him, and everybody else was covered, and Colavito was standing there wide open. Nobody even looking like, well, they had him and they missed him. Nobody near him at all. A blown coverage, and Washington Township through the air this time gets the touchdown.
There's your coach right there for Edgewood. I believe there was also a blitz on that play that might have helped out a great deal. And here's the tremendous kicker, Tim Huckle, for the extra point. Snap is good, kick is long enough, right down the middle. It is good, and we have a ball game going. All tied at 7, Washington Township and Edgewood. So into kick right now is Huckle. 7:54 to go till the half. Huckle gets off a real nice kick. Back to taking it in their own zone is number 15 for Edgewood, running right side. Has kind of a wedge in front of him before he's run out of bounds. Actually, it's number 19. That's Mike Best who ran that ball right there. And here comes 1st and 10 opportunity right now for Edgewood as we are all tied at 7, and we'll see how Edgewood retaliates for the 7-7 score as the comeback touchdown for Township just put on the board.
Edgewood might want to just stick with their game right now and run the football, but Township will see what kind of adjustments they made defensively right here. They managed to finally slow down Edgewood their last series. Now it's 7:47 to go here in the first half. Edgewood may want to just mix it up a little bit, not too much out of your game, but we might see a little bit of a little play action here or there.
They stack it in tight with 3 runners in the backfield. Handoff near side, hit right at the line. A big defensive play right there by Washington Township as they might have got a yard or 2 on the play.
Well, the Eagles tried to give them a kind of a delayed fake, and Gannon with the fake at the end, trying to show that, oh, he's going to flip it to the last back option, but Washington Township was not fooled when they packed that line.
It's going to be 2nd and about 8 from the 33-yard line. Edgewood and Washington Township all tied at 7. 7:05 left to play here till the half. Here's a handoff right up the middle. Gaining a couple yards in there is Wajid. Before he's hit down, he's a little short of the 1st down, but real close.
Nice surge right there by Edgewood's line. And Wajid just slipping through the holes right there, able to make a nice run. Edgewood here again, they're a team that loves to run the football, as does Washington Township. And they have to be very happy so far. For the most part, they have been able to get some strong gains against this Washington Township defense. With the 7-7 game right here, it's still up in the air.
7-7 once again, 3rd and a short 1. They've run the quarterback sneak twice up the middle. Now they're going to run a handoff right side and falling down. It might be short 2 again. We'll get a look at it here as Smalls ran the ball there. It's going to be close. Let's see where they mark it here, Ed.
Looks like it's going to be 4th down. The referee is signaling 4th down.
They're about 4 or 5 inches away.
Well, it's so frustrating when you're that close to a 1st down, but when you're this deep in your own territory, probably just going to want to punt it away, and that's what Edgewood's going to do. And once again, James Smalls, who has punted excellently, outstanding so far, and with 2 line drive punts, just spotting the ball. Let's see if he does it again.
There's a nice line drive. It's going to be taken in there by number 42 that's Kerner. Kerner right side has some blockers in front. He's going to run this one back all the way, but no, he's not. As I say it, he's brought down from behind. Zafir Wajid took him from behind, and a great play. I thought Kerner was going to go into the end zone, but he's brought down at the 10. And we have a shaken up play. It looks like Wajid's a little shaken up far side.
He might be out of breath because that's the only reason Kerner did not score is the speed of Xavier Wajid. This is a punt that just kind of hung up a little longer than I think Smalls would have wanted. Watch Kerner gets a great block right there along the side as two Township players open things up for him. Finally, Wajid catches him, but an outstanding block to free him on that play by Alex.
7-7 your score. Huckle over center. In motion is Wigan. There's Huckle now. Drops back to pass. He's pursued, throws in the end zone, incomplete, but a real smart play for Huckle right there as Art Draper, number 88, was all over him.
Art Draper got in there, an excellent defensive play by Edgewood as they're able to read that play, and they got the pressure on Huckle. They had two receivers going into the right side of the end zone, and a little bit of a mismatch right there as they had outnumbered Edgewood by one player, but fortunately for them, they got the pass rush, and I don't care how great a quarterback you are, when you get the pass rush, it makes it a lot more difficult to throw.
And you often see that if you get a big play, they often come back with it the next series. And that almost looked like the same play there. 2nd down and about 6. There's a pitch left side with it in there is Colongo. Colongo tries to get around the outside around. One man dives in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington Township. And it's 13-6 on a great run by Jim Colongo.
And Mike Colavito, who had the first touchdown for Washington Township, threw a block to spring Colongo on that left side. We'll get another look at it here. Keep an eye on 88. Watch him coming into the play. Got the back, got the block. Maybe a little bit behind the Edgewood player, but it does count for a touchdown. So Washington Township, with Colongo doing a good job of turning the corner, gets in for the score with 5:21 to go in the first half.
Washington Township doing their job, getting Edgewood out of the game. The crowd is silent now on this side as Huckle comes in for the extra point. Players might be a little bit down too. Snap is good. Kick is long enough, and the kick is good. 14-7 is your score. Washington Township with 14 unanswered points.
4 ratings.
14-7 is your score. As the inner battle of Jones watchers, if you will, here. There's a pretty nice kick for Huckle. Looks like Wajid's going to take it deep in his own zone. Comes near side with it now. Has a couple blockers in front, dives ahead, and he's taken down in there by Joe Scarvaglione on the tackle.
You mentioned our coverage area. Unfortunately, one of our teams suffering a tough loss last night. Buna falling to Middle Township in a game that pretty much knocked out their playoff hopes. We saw the Buna Chiefs a little over a week ago against Hamilton, and boy, that was a great game, 26-26. But if they had to hold on to beating Hamilton, who knows what could have happened. Middle Township, another strong team in the Cape Atlantic. A tough game last night for Buna, going down 20-15.
Just under 5 minutes to play here until the half. 14-7 is your score. The Minutemen of Washington Township with the lead. Initially, they trailed at 7-0. Over center right now is Gannon. Gannon now handoff up the middle, and taken down from behind is Thornton right there. So they're going to continue running the ball up the middle as Gannon hasn't had that great of a year throwing the ball. Plus, we're in the mud and the rain today, so you don't even expect him to throw it that much more. There's a good shot of our mud down there. It's pretty nasty down there in the field. The players are cold. Everyone's cold. It's just a nasty day out here.
Nasty day, but of course a lot of the traditional footballists love this kind of weather. Good down in the trenches football game. Two power teams going at it here. Good ball game.
Now back to live action, running with it in there is Gannon. Gannon on the kind of a keeper there as he was looked to possibly pitch to Smalls, but elect to keep it.
Well, that play, they wanted to draw the Township defense inside, but Mike Kerner, number 42, has made some big hits so far defensively for Township. Not fooled at all. He saw that play all the way, and when Gannon got to the outside, nothing but a muddy white number 42 waiting for him.
3rd down and about 5 right now from the 34-yard line for Edgewood. Edgewood needs to establish something offensively, or they are in the threat of being blown out in this game. They haven't been able to move the ball since that first touchdown. Now here's a pitch left side with it going with it in there is Small. Small's around left end. He's near the first down, probably about a yard short though. Pretty nice defensive tackle right there by the linebacker for Township.
Well, they took that snap from the right hash mark, and Smalls had a long way to run to get to the outside, but he finally got out there just enough to be able to turn the corner, but not enough for the first down. He's going to be short by about a yard and a half, so Edgewood is going to be forced to punt here once again, and they have to be careful right now. There's 3:06 to go. If they're going to, let's see, they're planning to punt away. It looks like they might go for it here. This is a huge one.
Let's see if they draw them off sides. Now they're going to go quickly right up the middle. It's close as it's taken by Thornton. I think Washington Township might have stopped them.
Well, I know you want to try and get a big play to keep it going, but the score is 14-7 with under 3 minutes to go. The way your punting game's going, if you can pin Township deep, you can get out only down by a touchdown. Let's see, maybe he got it, but if
it's
not,
very close. Here are the chains on the field right now, Ed. They're going to line it up. Has he made it? Nobody knows. First down. Boy, oh boy, was that close. It was hard to see from up here. It was so close that Washington Township thought they stopped him.
So Bob Lee with a talk about a gutsy call. I admit I would not have gone for it there on 4th down. This could be huge for Edgewood here now. 2:50 to go and counting in this second half. If nothing else, even if Edgewood doesn't score here, they can keep the ball away from Washington Township and keep this a close game going into halftime.
And that's probably the biggest thing. Just keep the ball out of Washington Township's hands as they stack it right up the middle of the field again. Here's a handoff directly up the middle. Maduro there with it. Gains about a yard.
So not much there. Washington Township not electing to use a timeout here. Edgewood has 2 timeouts remaining here in this first half. They used one earlier in the first quarter when they were on defense, and Washington Township had it 1st and goal. So 2nd down, and they're going to call it 8 now for Edgewood.
Coming out of the game is Zafir Wajid. Gannon really hasn't thrown the ball but one time. They stack it up the middle of the field again. Offset eye. There's a draw handoff right there, right side. Look, going with it is Thornton, number 4, on the nice draw play.
First time they ran that draw so far today, they've been running a lot of misdirection and quick pitches, and that time they go with the draw there.
There's a timeout for Washington Township.
Good decision right there by Tom Brown. You figure if you're Washington Township, if you can stop Edgewood here on 3rd and 5, you have a chance to get the ball back with the clock showing 1:48 to go. Township still has 2 of their timeouts remaining as well.
It's really, really cold and wet, too, and it's really hurt on the field. This Edgewood team, I believe, they have a tremendous amount of outside speed, and they just haven't been able to do anything around that outside today.
Just going over the Group 4 power ratings again going into this weekend. Washington Township on top with a 45 power ratings. We get a look at our helmet cam there. Hello.
I'm getting ready. We getting ready again? Come on, Coach.
There we go. Now you see the mud below us. You got the face guard. We're looking for somebody to go helmet to helmet with. I think
headbutt.
I think these Edgewood players are a little too focused on what's going on in the field. One of the players here, he was looking it over for a second. I think he's going to change his mind. Maybe one of the assistant coaches would be up for it right now. There is the field's eye view from the Edgewood sideline. Here comes one of your teammates right now into your living room. Hello there.
He's trying to figure out what's going on here. I heard about these cable people, he's saying.
He's like, I'm not up for that helmet cam. That's Rob Pfluger.
So you say you've never played football. This is what it looks like as you stand down there on the sidelines. So we going to run out in the field now? Is it our turn?
Go running into your living room raw, and you'll know what it feels like while you look at your TV with this
Can we get a drink of water? Can we water? No
hey,
water.
There we go.
3rd down at about 5 right now for Edgewood. I love that. That's the greatest. Great work by the cameraman down there. Here's a pitch with it. Right side looking to pass. They get the screen off, and it's intercepted now. Fumbled. Looking to see what the call is. I thought it was intercepted. I'm a little surprised at that call. They called that pass incomplete as it looked like it was intercepted in there by Kalongo. And then it looked like he fumbled the ball, but nonetheless, it's incomplete. Let's look at it again here.
Now let's check the 2 steps. I think that might have been an interception, only because even though he didn't have it for that long, the rule is if you have possession, you come down with both feet. It should be an interception, but a quick play, and they rule an incomplete pass. Edgewood going into their bag of tricks a little bit right there, trying to go with the halfback option, but instead it's 4th down, and now they will be punting away.
And as I said, Gaddett not having a tremendous year throwing the ball, and that's why you run a play like that. Is in the kick right now. Is Smalls. There's a fake. They pitch to Smalls. Smalls looks to pass, throws it long, and now that's intercepted on the near side. Township trying to take it up the middle of the field. As the play was intercepted right there, as I try to peel my program off here from the rain, that was Chris Engelhardt who intercepted that. That's not that bad of a try by Edgewood right there with 1:30 to go here in the half.
Not that bad of a try because Washington Township now has it at midfield, and with 1:29 to go, we'll see what they, after there you see the play again. There were 2 Edgewood receivers open right there. They had Pfluger out there along with Art Dreher, 2 tight ends out there, but an alert play by Engelhardt. I'll tell you what, Chris Engelhardt was not slated to start this year for this team. He has filled in, and he has filled in well.
Smalls threw it off his wrong foot, too. That's why he didn't get a lot on it. He was also rolling out. Now back to pass is Huckle. Huckle wide open. Nobody near Kalongo. Kalongo for the 1st down. And another defensive backfield breakdown for Edgewood.
You talked about the blitz before, Tad, on an earlier play that might have caused the breakdown for the touchdown in the secondary. They came with a blitz again right there, and Edgewood all of a sudden found themselves looking at a wide-open Kalango on the right side. Now the Eagles are going to take a timeout. They have one timeout remaining. Watch this play again. You see a nice rollout here by Huckle. But you see a ton of Edgewood players coming in. There he is, wide open, Kalango. Nobody near him again.
Looked like a safety blitz as Wajid was coming right up there and nearly hit the quarterback. Another second, he would have had him. Nice read by Huckle, and he gains the first down. There it is, 1 minute to go here. For the passing game, they have a couple wide receivers. Colavito's wide right, wide left, Felecki dropping back. The pass blitz is on. They get the screen off again. With it is Kerner. Kerner breaks a couple tackles, and Kerner gets a first down. And another great call offensively by Washington Township.
And Chris Marcucci, the all-everything player, eliminated. He absolutely eliminated two Edgewood players and just set a block. Watch if you could see 74 on this play go out. Here's the screen of pass rush. Now watch to his right. There he goes. Goodbye. Wiped away a huge hole and a big gain right there for Kerner.
Now, Huckle over center. Drops back to pass. Looks right side. Throws in and out of the hands of Felecki there. The only completely clean Washington Township Minutemen.
Nice little play, but Edgewood covered it well, and Klavecchia just had to reach for that one. Huckle does a nice job. He makes smart decisions when he throws the ball, too. If he sees there's nothing there, he's not going to try and force something in there. He threw that wide. He figured, okay, maybe he can get a great catch, but if not, he's not going to get the turnover.
They may also be out of timeouts here. We're not quite sure on that. We'll see here. Huckle over center. Now back to pass again. Throws into the end zone. Up for grabs, and a great defensive play there on the far side. Real nice play. It looked like that was number 3, Smalls, that knocked it away. Also another player in there. Thornton also in there on the play. Nice try there by Township. Great defensive effort.
Nice try. Excellent coverage. And we'll watch again. Huckle, there you get the on-field view. Throwing it up there. Good coverage right there. You mentioned 2 players there for Edgewood, and Thornton, I think, was the one who got his hand on it. Almost did a little bit of the tip drill. We saw that with Williamstown and Clearview last night. Those defenders, go for the ball. If it's in reach, you try and tip it up and hope one of your guys can get it. But Edgewood now 3rd and 10 here with 40 seconds to go. Going to try and hold Township again.
They may try to go for that end zone again. The only wide out, though, right side with it is Felecki. Now there's a fake and a reverse. Going with it in there's Wygand. Wygand tries to get outside, but a real nice play defensively as he's strung outside by number 7 for Edgewood.
Strong here. That program's come back there. 4th, then Atlantic City, Toms River East, Eastern, Edgewood, and Cherokee round out the top 7.
It's going to be a 33-yard attempt for Huckle. The snap is good. The kick is long enough. The kick is down the middle and good. A 34-yarder for Tim Huckle makes the score 17-7.
Made that with a little room to spare, Tad. He's got a strong leg, and we saw it right there. So that is a huge, huge 3 points for Washington Township. So Edgewood, unfortunately for them, they tried for the fake punt. It doesn't work, and it results in 3 points for Washington Township. That messed up fake punt could be the play of the game. Again, excellent play by Chris Engelhardt.
Yeah, it cost them right there as we look at the coach for Edgewood right there, Coach Bob Lee down there with this team trying to instruct them on what they want to do here. Trailing at 17-7. They've played a pretty good game.
These are not the easiest conditions to kick under, and Huckle made that right down the middle. Plenty of room. That could be a factor in a playoff game this year.
Line drive kick right up the middle of the field. Kind of fumbled there. Now it's taken far side. It looks like Smalls around the left side. Tries to cut it back in. That was Wajid with it there. And he finally goes down with 17 seconds to go. We'll see what Edgewood elects to do here. 7. We'll take a break here on Jones Intercable and be back with the second half again. Washington Township and Edgewood. And we're just about set here for second half action. I'm Tad Kozaneski here with the hat, imitating ZZ Top along with Ed Benkin. Bring you all the action here. Jones Intercable Halloween game, and we have a great game going here, Ed.
Yes, we do. My head's been hurting a little bit, and I see you've aged since we've been in the stands, but we're having a good time. It's Halloween, and I can hardly breathe with my new face, but on the other hand, we do have a good game, and Washington Township with a absolutely menacingly punishing offensive line, and they played very well so far.
All right, just about set here for second half action. Washington Township 2 kick from our right to our left. This beard's actually kind of warm. I kind of like it here. Kind of nice. And we're just about set for play-by-play. We'll get Ed Benkin on here as we kind of get him with his new face. I like the old face better, but Here's Ed Bacon. Second half action, 17-7 is your score.
I've been told otherwise, Dad, but we'll get set and start the second half anyway. Actually, this mask looks a little warm too. In fact, I'm gonna put my hand here. It'll be like a one big mitten right here we got going. Everybody in the Halloween sphere right here.
Wow, where's my candy?
Here's the kickoff. We're underway to start the second half. It is a high kickoff. Best takes it. Now he fumbles, picks it up, gets by one tackler, and has finally herded down around the 20-yard line.
Best meter.
1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 20-yard line. Thornton is the running back deep. And they give it to the up man inside. That's Medoro.
Real nice play right there, right up the middle by the linebacker. Read the hole. Real nice play right there. Holds the short gain.
Gain of only 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Man, oh, man. Look at that. That's what we're playing in out here today, folks. It is really nasty out here.
That is the mud's eye view, I guess you could say. That is the player's view looking down. Again, the rain hasn't been that bad so far today, but it rained a lot last night, which is the main cause of the field. 2nd and 9, and they go inside once again and looking for running room on a huge pile up for Edgewood. That's number 3. That is James Smalls getting his carry. Not much there again. They give him a gain of about 2 on the surge. It'll be 3rd and a long 7 for the Eagles.
It's going to be very difficult, Ed, for Edgewood to run the ball up the middle. They're stacking it right up the middle. Washington Township has some serious side speed and quickness right up the middle of the field in that linebacker and front line spot, and it's going to be very difficult for them to run it up the middle unless they do any kind of misdirection plays.
So it's 3rd down and really a long 7 coming up right now for Edgewood. Trailing 17-7, just underway here in the second half. Gannon comes to the line of scrimmage, back to throw. Gets away from one tackler, is having trouble again. He gets away from another. Now he's looking for room. Gannon slits by another tackler and finally gets up ahead and loses the football. Let's see who's got it. Washington Township recovers as Bill Gannon with some nifty moves on his last move. I guess he zigged when he should have zagged. He lost the football, and Township takes over.
Real nice move right there. Colongo managed to recover the football right there for Washington Township, but a great athletic effort right there for Gannon. As you were saying, he zigged in, he zigged out. He was all over the field. As we look at it again, he's being chased right here. Now, he's just running for his life right now. Now, he cuts back to his right, and he didn't switch hands with the ball, and he just had it lost right there, and it was brought out by Colongo.
So 1st and 10 now for the Minutemen. Here comes Tim Huckle to the line of scrimmage. And a handoff inside. Big hole for Colongo, going up the middle, going all the way for the touchdown. Jim Colongo with a burst of speed up the middle goes into the end zone, and Washington Township comes up here in the second half with the touchdown.
And if you're Edgewood, that's one thing you didn't want to see right there. That might just about do it here. As Washington Township has come out psyched here in this second half. Tremendous running play right up the middle of the field. Just strong football. Great job for Washington Township.
And Ted, you and I were talking at halftime before we came back on about one thing that Edgewood did not want to see is Township get a quick score here to start the second half. That could be the killer play to start the half, and now we've gotten it right here with Colongo going up the middle. A burst of speed for the touchdown, and now Tim Huckle on to attempt the extra point for the Minutemen.
This game now, unless Edgewood changes things around seriously, for all intents and purposes, is over right now, Ed.
It would take a lot for them to come back against this Township team. The spot is down, the extra point is up and good. So the clock shows 9:46 to go in quarter number 3, and the Washington Township Minutemen, after falling behind 7-0, have come back with 24 unanswered points to take the 24-7 lead. Off 4 men back now for Edgewood. And this will be Mike Best to take the kickoff again. Has a little trouble, now looks for that burst of speed, goes up the middle. He's finally brought down across the 25 near the 27-yard line, and that is where the Edgewood Eagles will set up offensively. And Tad, what do you look for now down 24-7 for Edgewood?
Edgewood's eventually going to have to try and throw the ball here. But Gannon, really, like we said up to this point, has not been tremendously successful throwing the ball in this game, or for the most part, the majority of the season. That's the only chance they have unless they start doing these misdirection plays, what they've had a little success on. Fake one way, go to the other. They just are not having a lot of luck running it up the middle.
So 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. Once again, they spot it actually at the 27-yard line. Now the handoff goes up the middle, and Ralph Medoro dives over a pile to pick up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, the footing's pretty lean up there, up the middle. Not a lot of room to move around with there. Medoro didn't really have anywhere to go. Washington Township a lot bigger, larger, stronger at the line, and they're just overpowering Edgewood up the middle.
They give him 3 on the play, so it's 2nd and 7 for the Edgewood Eagles, trying to come back here against Olympic American rival Washington Township. The Minutemen flexing their #1 muscle here once again today. Now that's Zafir Waheed, the tailback, and he takes the pitch. Looking for room on that left side. Gets to turn the corner just a little bit, not much there, as Township did a nice job, Tad, of stringing things out.
Yeah, they know when Wajid gets the ball. Wajid appears not to like to run up the middle of the field. He likes to string it along the outside. They know as soon as he gets the ball, move to the outside. They did a good job there. There we got, looks like a 1950s film right there. The Mud of Lambeau.
On a cold, chilly day at Edgewood Regional High School, Washington Township and Edgewood battled for supremacy. And so far, Washington Township, again, having their way. Now 3rd down and 5. And the Eagles are going to send Zane Mitchell out wide to the near side.
Great.
Cannon has got some running room on the right side, looking for that 1st down marker. It's going to be close. I don't think he got it. I think he was hit back. He tried to turn the corner, but quick pursuit by Washington Township's defense. Getting in there was Jim Colongo, along with Joe Scargione.
That was a real great defensive backfield coverage. Everyone was double covered going out for a pass there. There was nobody open, and that's why Gannon had to run with the ball there.
And Edgewood's going to punt the football away here as James Smalls will do the punting duties once again.
He's kicking right in that mud section of the field there. Look at that mud.
And Kerner and Alex Farkas are back deep for Washington Township. There's the kick. It's another line drive. It squibs across midfield. Now takes a Township bounce as it kind of just stays up and doesn't roll deeper. So 1st and 10 for Township again. Now they go with the pro set in the backfield. That's Colongo and Kerner, and it'll be Colongo going up the middle. He is stopped right at the line of scrimmage and driven back for a loss. First in on the play was Art Draper in on the stop, and also getting help for Edgewood was number 86, Robert Kluger.
Yeah, nice job by Edgewood right up the middle. There's no secret there. Washington Township's going to say, hey, here we are. Or they're going to say, we're going to run it up the middle. We've got the lead. Stop it. And that time Edgewood did. There's a timeout now. It looks like an equipment check there.
So 2nd and 11 now coming up for the Minutemen. Washington Township looking for another touchdown here of 24-7. Edgewood, if they have any chance to just stay in this game, they've got to stop Township here. Once again, they go with the pro set in the backfield, Colongo and Kerner. And Huckle will give it to Kerner, the tailback, and he squeezes ahead for some yardage. Now runs into a pile of players, both white and green, and is driven back. Nice pickup on the play of about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, Edgewood just stacking that line right up the middle. They're letting the receivers are getting like a 15-yard cushion out wide, and that's where Washington Township might say, well, we're taking some time off the clock, but maybe we'll abuse the wide receiver out there, defensive back.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 now. A 4-yard gain on the play, 3rd and 7 for the Minutemen. Clock continues to wind now. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 3.
Edgewood crowd getting into it here. Ed trying to get a good defensive stop here.
Huckle the throw, under pressure, floats one deep downfield, going for his receiver. It is almost intercepted. Zafir Waheed got his hands on it and lost it as he was coming down. He's arguing it was an interception, but the pass goes incomplete as Jim Felicio was the intended receiver.
Yeah, Wajid had perfect defensive coverage. That's the best coverage we've seen this afternoon. And not a bad throw either by Huckle. They have nothing to lose. If the ball's intercepted, it's down at the 10-yard line as we look at it again. Huckle dropping back, looking downfield. It says, what the heck, let's go for it here. One-on-one, all the way down. Almost a great interception right there by Wajid.
Actually, it's not that big a difference here with the punt return. They might actually be better off with the interception. He catches it and goes down inside the 20. Now let's see where the punt goes right here. Is hello, a couple of happy Edgewood players saying hello to you right in your living room.
Hi, Mom. Man, oh, man.
It's now on 4th down. Washington Township will be punting one away here. And again, I don't think it's that horrible that they didn't get the interception. Incompletion might be better here. Now they have a chance for a kickoff, or for a punt return.
Yeah, and they have tremendous speed back there with the punt return. The only problem is it's so wet, it's going to be very difficult to run one back today. They've run a couple punts and kickoffs back before this year.
And Huckle, as we mentioned, has a strong leg, will be doing the punting for Township. Best and Waheed are back deep for Edgewood. Edgewood might want to See about trying to rush the punt for a block, and they don't do it. And it's a gorgeous kick by Huckle. Best going all the way back. He will let it roll, and it rolls out of bounds. So, Tad, you said it right. With Huckle's strong leg, that ball rolls inside the 10-yard line. Excellent punt by Huckle.
And when things are going bad, they just get worse for Edgewood there. A tremendous kick. Had the wind behind him and rolls it out of bounds as we get a shot of one of the Edgewood players there, a little injured on the sideline, trying to figure out, I guess, his eyesight there.
Looks like he might have got poked in the eye. Of course, sometimes you get a hard hit and they're checking the eyes just to see if your head's okay there.
That's Dreyer, number 88 there on the bench.
So it's 1st and 10 for Edgewood on their own 7-yard line. Uphill battle for the Eagles. As you see the score right there, 24-7 in favor of the Washington Township Minutemen. Now Mike Best, the last-second change coming into the game. He's going wide left, and he's picked up on the coverage right now. And they look to give it up the middle. Now looking for some running room is Medoro. Not much there as Washington Township not fooled by the receiver coming in late.
And Edgewood's kind of in a catch-22 right here. They're deep in their own zone. They probably want to throw the ball, but they don't want to take any chances deep in their own zone right now.
We had a very spirited Edgewood crowd here throughout much of the game, and they've quieted down a little bit as Washington Township is just taking them right out of the game. Now Wahid will come back into the game. 2nd and 10 now coming up for the Eagles. No gain on the play.
Did we mention it's cold and damp out here? Just thought I'd throw that in.
It's not that bad though. It's the drizzle has subsided, so there is some positives about the weather today, believe it or not, as the handoff goes inside, and now it's a fake, as Gannon throws one incomplete, and pass interference is going to be called as Joe Scaraviglione.
And that's a real tough call to make there.
1st and 10 now from the 23-yard line of Edgewood. Smalls the single setback, and he takes the handoff, gets a haul-off tackle, gets ahead for some good running yardage before he's finally brought down by 2 Washington Township Minutemen. First in on the stop was Ian Smith.
You get a good shot of Smith trying to tackle the ball also there. As Washington Township very skilled. They know not only to tackle, but also to go for the ball.
Gain of about 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1 as Smalls did a great job right there. Of keeping that ball, not letting it get stripped away. So 2nd down and 1 right now for Edgewood. Trying to get something going here with 4:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. They trail 24-7. Now Gannon will throw under pressure, gets away from one man, fires one incomplete as he intended that pass for Ralph Medoro. Threw it behind him for the incompletion. Good pressure that time by Township.
Yeah, Gannon's having a lot of problems back there. He got an ugly throw off. He's being rushed left and right all over the field. He's not getting any time at all. As Washington Township is just jumping right through that line.
And, you talk about coverage sacks. There are also pressure incompletions, which I think factor in just as much, and we saw one right there. So now 3rd and 1. Not a bad play, though, to try and throw it on 2nd and short. And let's see if they look to pick up the first down on the ground here. 3rd and 1. They go with the wing T formation now. Trying to draw Township off sides. Now Gannon pitches it inside, and Smalls looks for first down running room, and he fumbles the ball. And it looks like Township has gotten it back again.
Well, that's a play right there where Gannon forced the handoff. He probably should have held on to the ball there and just run it himself, but he forced it a little bit too much. As we look at it again, watch how many steps he has to take, and then he reaches and it comes up short and it rolls right into Washington Township's hands. And more or less, that's just a mental breakdown right there.
So the Minutemen now looking for what, if they don't already have the clinching score, they can be going for it now, as Bob Lee has got to be wondering what's happened. You saw him there. He had that 7-0 lead. It seemed like just about an hour or so ago, and now Washington Township up 24-7, 3.5 to go in quarter number 3. Looking for more right now as they have a 1st and 10 inside the 35-yard line of Edgewood. Now the hand down off to Wegland. He fumbles the ball, and Edgewood gets it right back. Andy Wegland never really had good control of that football, and Lawrence Thornton fell on it for the recovery.
The key to that was the hit by Rodney Bynum, number 7. Bynum got right in the backfield as the exchange was being made. Now watch number 7 here come right in the backfield, boom, right there, and that's why the ball was lost. And a great play by Bynum there. Gives Edgewood a little bit of life here.
So Edgewood gets their first down after all, a little bit of an unorthodox way, but 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. And this is Smalls wrapped down in the backfield, a host of Minutemen getting in there. And it'll be a loss of it'll be a loss of yardage here. Let's see.
Here. That's something good to see. I don't know what's happening here.
This is Smalls. He's got a hole off tackle, slips through some defenders, almost broke through the last couple for a huge gain, still has a very nice gain. And let's see where they spot the football. They're going to spot it inside across the 40-yard line, and now an injured player down for Edgewood. And Thornton is the tailback, Smalls the fullback now. And it's Thornton, the tailback. He plows his way ahead across for the first down, or close to it. We'll see.
And like we're saying, that's a big key for Edgewood. They're running up quickly to the line, not giving anything for Washington Township to key off of defensively. Makes it tough to stop when you don't know what you're looking at.
And it is going to be a first down for the Eagles. They don't even bother to measure, so he got across, did Thornton just enough for the first down. A minute and a half to go now in quarter number 3. Edgewood trying to get something going here. First and 10 once again. Just outside the 50. And now Wajid looking for someplace to go. Bounces off a couple of tacklers. Tries to string it outside. Nice effort by Wajid, but he's actually pushed back. He'll lose about 2 on the play.
Nice job by the left end of the line there defensively for Washington Township. Just blocked that hole right off. Wajid had nowhere to run.
Now they're going to say actually lost, let's see, they're marking it off right now. Actually lost about a yard, so not a bad job by Wajid to keep it from getting worse. So it is now 2nd and 11 for the Eagles. Get Edgewood with a lot of different backs. They can substitute a lot in now. Wajid goes back out. Maduro's back in the game now. He's the fullback. And they give it to Thornton, the tailback, off tackle left side, gets ahead, finds a hole across the 50 into Township territory.
And there's that advantage, that offset eye. They line up in the I formation, usually behind the tackle. And that's they can get to that hole a lot quicker.
3rd down and 5 for the Eagles. There's the pitch to Wajid. Wajid slips along that left side. Gets ahead to near the 45-yard line. Will his forward progress give him? But that'll be about 3 yards short of a first down. 2 or 3 yards short, and you can look for Edgewood to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, they're almost going to have to here, Ed. They're starting to run out of time. Thornton comes in right now. They're doing a decent job. This is probably their best set of running the ball that they've seen thus far. Basically, they've been doing it quickly as they jump out of the huddle real quick and get to a play real quick.
Well, under 20 seconds to go. The clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if the Eagles can get this playoff here. 4th down and 2. This could be Edgewood's really last shot to stay in this ball game. This is Thornton, hit behind the line once, then twice, and thrown back for a loss. And the Minutemen's defense, oh boy, Tad, they have been coming up strong all day. Right there, just plowing in on that left side.
Bob Ferris, number 58, made the initial hit in the backfield.
And so that's the end of the 3rd quarter here at Edgewood High School. Well, Ed Benkin along with Tad Kozaneski back here at Edgewood High School, getting set for the start of the 4th quarter. Washington Township in command. Tad Kozaneski showing everyone why they're on top in Group 4. They fall behind 7-0, 24 unanswered points, and another stop here on 4th down. They have the football, 1st and 10.
Is there a new player out there, Ed? Don't ask me how I can figure this out.
Maybe because we see a totally clean, mud-free jersey, but a dirty, muddy jersey it will go to under the hands of Colongo, and he goes ahead for about 2.
Trying to get the number of that new player. Number 27 is the new player.
It's not hard to read, believe me.
He is the new player in the game for Washington Township as we try to read our rain-soaked program.
That's Anthony Jordan, who's now in for Washington Township. The Minutemen just going to look to hold on to the football here for a while. There you get a look at Jordan. You can see how clean he is. If you can't tell, yes, he hasn't been in the game that much.
Either that or he's a real good washer at the sidelines there.
Now the officials getting everything set. It'll actually be 2nd and 7 now for Washington Township. That's Colongo in the backfield along with Jordan. And the pitch from Huckle over to Colongo. He's tripped up. Nice play in the backfield. Excellent tackle on the play by James Smalls.
Yeah, Smalls, great pursuit. Read the play nicely. Made a real nice defensive play. Brings it 3rd and long right now. You know what? I have a lot of confidence, too, with Washington Township throwing the ball. They throw the ball as well as they run the ball. Obviously, they want to run out the clock here as we watch it again. Look at Smalls right in the backfield. Bam, right there. That was Maduro, too. Nice play.
So 3rd down and 8 now for Washington Township, looking to just hold on to the football here. With 10:39 to go in the game, they lead 24-7. And the inside handoff goes to Kalango. He busts ahead for the first down and more. Gets down to the 35-yard line. Once again, just up the gut, pure power running. Here we come, and Kalango gets the first down.
Kalango did that early on in the third quarter and brought him in for a touchdown there. There's a flag down on the play, though, Ed. We'll see as we hit the replay. They give it holding is the calls. We look at it one more time. Great run up the middle, but they're going to bring it back, and there's a big break for Edgewood, Ed.
Edgewood needed something here. Again, they just want to come out here with a strong fourth quarter, down 24-7. And so
number 6 now, Township holding.
Third down. So first down is negated as Matt Leparato was holding, although you know, we haven't mentioned a lot of these names on this offensive line. We don't want to just single them out for the penalties. This offensive line for Washington Township, another outstanding job today after Edgewood kind of had their way with them in the first quarter a little bit.
Yeah, the offensive line, Matt Murray, Bob Ferris, Joe Scarvaglione, Chris Marcucci, and Mike Colavito doing a great job.
So now 3rd and 18 for the Minutemen. And Jordan gets the carry, then hands it off to Kerner. Kerner on the misdirection down that left side, looking for the first down marker, and he's close to it.
Got a pretty decent block on the outside, but one of the Washington Township players, number 3 for Washington Township, made an outstanding block for Leckia. Nearly, if he would have held it a little longer, they might have had a touchdown there. Here as we look at it again, look at this reverse, really well done. It really over pursued by the backfield of Edgewood. Great play right there, well called, well run.
Well, number 3, Jim Falacio was looking to get his uniform dirty, almost did there with that block. It is 4th down and about 2.
Man, oh man, it's been a muddy, muddy day today, folks. And that says it all right there.
4th down and 2. Washington Township looking to hold on to the football here. They will go for it. And Huckle will plow ahead. He might have the first down on that last surge. It looks like he's got it.
Yeah, from where we're sitting up here, Ed, on second effort, he got the first down. And just under 10 minutes and counting here. We'll see if they even bring, yeah, it is a first down right there. Nice run by Huckle.
Huckle was hit initially and then just plowed forward. That surge again from that offensive line for Washington Township. Again, we can't say enough of Mike Colavita, Chris Marcucci, Joe Scarvaglione, Bob Ferris, Matt Murray, and Matt Leparata. All blocking outstanding today for the Minutemen.
And what's even more amazing, where they're being successful now running the balls, we all know they're going to run the ball, and Edgewood still can't stop the run right now.
Kerner, Kalango, and Jordan in the backfield. Now Jordan goes out. Huckle will throw. Under pressure, it's batted down. Thornton with a nice play at the line of, not at the line of scrimmage, to get in there and bat it down against Huckle.
That was Thornton, I believe, number 4, who came in there on the blitz, and a big, big play right there. Tipped it back. Unfortunately, couldn't quite intercept the ball. As we look at it one more time again, there's a play action. Beautiful block right there by Thornton. Huckle is luckily he wasn't drilled there too. Nice play call, I know, by Washington Town. Just as I said, we all know they're going to run the ball. They say, Tad, no, we're going to throw the ball this time, and it almost would have worked if not for the great play by Thornton.
2nd and 10 now for the Minutemen. 9:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. That's Kerner now going in motion to the far side.
Ooh.
Looks like a misdirection, and Huckle will fire and complete the pass. It goes out to Colavito. Colavito had the first touchdown, gets across for the first down. It looked like a busted running play. And out of all that confusion, out came Huckle. He had the time and hit his receiver.
That almost looked like the touchdown pass to Colavito. Colavito lines up on the end on the right, number 88, and just sneaks through the secondary. Still sneaking through now. He's wide open. They get it to him. First down. Big play. That's been really successful for them today, too. They're doing a nice job of running that play.
Now the ball sitting on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Washington Township. Looking for the icing on the cake here, I guess you could say, up 24-7. The man whose number you can't read, that is Jim Kalango, who's wearing a mud jersey right now. And Kalango takes the handoff up the middle, looks for yardage, not much there, as Edgewood does a good job of stacking the middle.
Yeah, Edgewood holding once again up the middle, looking for the run now. Washington Township, they're doing a good job of mixing it up, so they really can't key as much as they were right up the middle.
There you see Kalango get a good look at that now dark uniform.
One of our cameramen having a nice little tug of war down there with the sidelines of Edgewood. Getting a big kick out of this down here. Now he finally looks like he set himself free.
So gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9. Washington Township up 24-7. Now they go with Jordan and Kalango in the backfield. They're in the pro set. And this time it's Jordan with the carry. Slips ahead for some decent yardage right there as he got across the 25 to about the 24. And Mr. Jordan can now be happy. He's gotten a little muddy.
Jordan, nice run right up the middle again. Washington Township showing why that they're this tough of a team. When you have a lead like this, you just want to run out the clock, and they're running a lot of time off this clock right now.
So 3rd down and 5 as we cross the 8-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
I don't know if they'd even attempt to try a field goal here. They are kicking into about a 10-mile-an-hour wind.
I think they might just be happy to continue to run the football and keep possession here. They might get the 1st down here on 3rd and 5 as Kerner goes in motion again. Hucko will throw, and it's incomplete as Hucko first got a good block from Kalango, but another bunch in front of that line. In that bunch, somebody got a hand up there to deflect it, and it's incomplete.
I believe that was Pointer up there that deflected that ball down. As we watch it one more time here, here's Hucko going back to pass. Nice block, partially deflected there, almost intercepted too. So here's a 4th and about 5 play. Once again, the big thing is just keep running time off the clock. Big lead here.
And we might see Washington Township. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. Now Kerner goes to the near side. You see him at the bottom right part of your screen. He just went out of your picture. He's out there with Felicio, but it's Jordan who gets the carry inside, and he stopped. And 2 Edgewood Eagles getting in there. First on the play was Rodney Pointer to make the hit.
Yeah, and you can do a play like that once again just to run that clock down, even though the clock stops on change of possession now. That's just a big thing for Washington Township. Keep the clock moving. Now it gets back to moving again. 7:32 and counting.
We'll see if Bill Gannon will look and go to the air right here and just try and get Edgewood downfield quickly here with 7:25 and counting here in quarter number 4.
Yeah, they've really had no offense just about at all today. They got the ball at the 9-yard line and put it in the end zone for a score. Ever since then, they've had a tremendous amount of problem throwing and running the ball.
So 1st and 10 now for the Eagles, just inside the 30-yard line. Now the pass is incomplete. In a quarterback now for Edgewood is John Thumb.
Thumb kind of hesitated there. It's tough to come in for your first play and throw a pass right off the bat. Looks like he was looking for the receiver, Thornton, running down the far sideline. Elected to look off and go to Dreyer, the tight end, but threw it behind him as you look at the score, 24-7.
Thumb is 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's a junior. And of course, Gannon, the senior, so Thumb could be a quarterback next year for this Edgewood team. So Washington Township up 24-7 here with the clock stopped with 7:02 to go. And here come the Eagles to the line of scrimmage once again. That is John Thumb, number 16, now in a quarterback. And they give it to Wajid. Wajid, the last man in the backfield, fights just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Little delay. Did not fool the Minutemen whatsoever. Jim Trinity in on the stop.
Nice draw play right there. It was Wajid tried to take it up the middle of the field. It was a little slow getting up, but he looks like he'll be okay right there. Nice try by Edgewood. Once again, they really are just having trouble establishing any kind of offense as we look at Edgewood down along the sidelines there. They'll drop to 4-2 in this game.
You see, it's not too happy a sideline over on the Edgewood side, and Washington Township looking to go 6-0, well on their way here. 3rd and 10 now for the Eagles. They want to get something here, just want to get a first down and try and keep the ball and get a drive going. Thumb again now in a quarterback. He's got some time going deep for Best. He floats it up and it's caught by Best. Best turns the corner, heading down the right side. Will he go all the way? It's a foot race to the end zone. He's tackled from behind, just outside the 10-yard line. An outstanding play by one of the Minutemen to get down there. He's covered with mud, but I believe that was Jim Trinity who made the tackle.
Engelhardt, the safety's really got to be upset with himself as we watch it again. Watch number 5. You'll see him come into your picture in a second for Washington Township. There he is right there. He had that ball intercepted until he slipped and fell, and that's why Best had that open field. That ball was really thrown up for grabs. I hate to say that on a great play right there, but Engelhardt was there to intercept the ball. He read it all the way, was right there, and at the last second he slipped.
And again, Engelhardt's had an outstanding year. They thought Anthony Jordan would be back there playing free safety. He was hurt originally, and Engelhardt stepped in and has played so well, but now he slips on that play. 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 15-yard line.
Oh, boy, fumble.
And now problem, they fumble the football. Let's see who's got it. Looks like the Minutemen may have gotten it back as there was a problem on the exchange. And they're talking about right now, it looks like Edgewood is going to keep the football, but it'll be a 2-yard loss on the play.
I believe that was Kalongo in there for the linebacker blitz right up the middle. And man, oh man, it's kind of tough to hand off the ball when you've got somebody wrapped around you. So we look at it again. Watch the blitz right up the middle. Bam. We'd have to assume that's Kalongo. He's draped in black right now, but I believe that's him coming from the middle linebacker slot right there.
2nd and 12 now, and you know the Eagles really would like to punch this one in here.
Fumble.
They give it to Smalls. He fumbles, and this time Washington Township gets it back as Chris Engelhardt, who, as you mentioned, Tad, was frustrated on the slip after that big catch, now has a souvenir, a fumble recovery.
Yeah, he's got to feel good about that, as that was given to Smalls right up the middle. I don't know if Smalls didn't completely have the ball or not, but he kicked it about 10 yards. As we look at it again, he just lost it initially from the start, and Engelhardt's right there.
Not a
now
clean
Engelhardt
exchange.
feels real good about that. Now Washington Township's going to try and ground it out some more.
Not a clean exchange, and that can be a problem sometimes when you put in a quarterback who you're not used to working with, and Thumb comes in there, and he never really got a good, clean exchange with Smalls. So Washington Township takes over here, looking to run out the clock now. 4:20 and counting now in the game. That's Jordan going in motion. And they give the ball to Kerner. Kerner finds a surge on that left side, spins ahead, gets it to about the 17-yard line. Nice pickup.
Also did a nice job of staying in bounds on the play right there.
And they'll spot it at the 19-yard line, a gain of 7 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 3 for Washington Township, and he stayed inbounds, so the clock winds. 3:55 to go in quarter number 4.
And all Washington Township basically wants to do is continually take the clock off, run that clock down. They also got to be careful of injury here. You don't want any of your starters getting hurt.
I'm surprised we didn't see a couple of substitutions for Washington Township down in this situation, but the clock winding down here. 3:30 now to go as they hand it off inside. This is Kerner looking for some running room, and he gets ahead for some yardage, close to the first down.
I'm not surprised that they're not substituting here. It's just a matter of you just want to do some basic, real simple plays, nothing fancy. Just hold on to the ball, run out the clock, get out of here, get on the warm bus, get home, watch the game next week on cable, and get ready for your next opponent.
And get ready for Halloween night, too. Once again, we mentioned we hope the weather holds up and all the kids out here can have a good time and not be rained on. It should be a fun Halloween once again. This is Huckle. He'll dive ahead. It's 3rd and about short. He's close to the first down.
Looks like there he is on second effort. It's amazing how he got out of that pile, but he did. It's for the first down.
And, boy, if you're against Washington Township, you see the big pile right there, lots of players all over the place. It's tough enough when you've got Kerner, Kalongo coming at you, and Coney, and now Anthony Jordan, of course, coming back. You've got this great offensive line. All of a sudden, Huckle is running at you, too. And I tell you, again, that is a lot of blockage right in front of them. I guess you can call them the snowplow offensive line for Washington Township.
And if you've ever been in one of those piles they were just in right there, you've got knuckles in your face, spikes in your face, who knows
muddy
what,
spikes
where.
And muddy knuckles, too, on a day like this.
Oh, man.
This is Jordan and Kalongo down the backfield. Huckle, again, will keep it. And he spins ahead. Another good second effort. Picks up about 3 on the play.
And Edgewood, I don't even think is electing to call their timeouts. I think they want to get out of here as much as we do right now, especially without injury. They've already lost one player, Dan Garlick, defensively and offensively, one of their best defensive players. So they know what it's like to have a big loss.
And looking at Edgewood, unfortunately for them, the big picture now is they're not going to be able to win the division. Hello, helmet cam. Speaking of the big picture for Edgewood, hello.
How about another one? Let's try for another one.
Now, that guy didn't have a helmet on, so he opted wisely not to go with the headbutt. There you see the camera angle view right there, the sideline view.
Man, oh, man.
We put you right in the game right here at Channel 13, and that is Kerner again, and Kerner fights his way for a decent gain of about 2 as the clock winds down to 1:45. Edgewood, as we mentioned, Tad, their division hopes are pretty much shot now. Their playoff hopes are shot. They really still have a good opportunity here to finish strong. They still have Eastern coming up again. That's a big game.
Yeah, Eastern they're playing well this year. As a matter of fact, their whole coaching staff just about is over here to our right scouting this game. So this is a big game for them likewise.
Eastern is a team that's 4-0-1. They're right in there as well. They continue to win. So now it's 3rd and 5, and Washington Township may just need a couple more snaps to run out the clock here. And this is Kerner again, not much there. She is spun down for a loss, and that'll bring up a 4th down. But again, the clock winding down, 1:05 to go in the game. Washington Township, as soon as they just get into their rhythm, they just look unstoppable.
Yeah, and that's been the weather also today was a factor today here. Ed is now our Halloween master gone. We apologize, people. And
gotta need mine back on.
Really, it was Edgewood's whole game offensively is to get outside, use their speed, and today with the field like it is, they just were not able to do that.
Huckle will punt it away. He's had a strong game as quarterback. He's had a strong game kicking-wise, converting all his extra points and booming that one field goal. And he's had a couple of good punts, and there's another good line drive, and Best is going to let it roll. And he won't pick it up, and Mike Kerner will down it on the 35-yard line with 49 seconds to go. And this is Thumb again back to throw. Incomplete as he short-hopped one along the right sideline.
And this is good for Thumb to learn here. He's facing a real tough defense right now. Give him a chance to throw the ball.
Well, Matt Fedoro, there you see number 23, the intended receiver. He made some fine plays defensively today for Edgewood. Again, Edgewood's offense having some trouble, but Medoro was really a standout on defense.
We get a shot of one of the Edgewood players sitting there on the bench.
So 2nd and 10. Now the clock shows 43 seconds to go. Washington Township again up 24-7.
Almost have too many men on the field there.
And they go with the single setback now, so we'll see if Thumb puts it up again. Long count, and he's got some time as he goes back to throw. Nobody open. Now he'll heave one deep downfield for Best. Incomplete as Kerner and Engelhardt collided, for Washington Township. That was Engelhardt and number 40. That is Alex Farkas. And they both, if they turned around, could have had the interception. They collided, but as they collided, they took the ball with them. It's incomplete.
That looked like almost the same kind of deals we had on that long run for Edgewood just there. The only difference is the defensive backs didn't slip on that play. And both, like you said, could have had the interception had they not collided into one another.
So 3rd and 10 now from the 35-yard line. Edgewood with a couple more cracks to try and throw one downfield here. Thornton going deep to the far side. Best is now on the near side. Oh, have some time looking for Wahid downfield. He makes the catch. Wahid turns heads towards the end zone. It's a foot race. He gets by Engelhardt and goes in for the touchdown. Zafir Wahid, as he runs out of gas and tumbles down to the field, goes in for the touchdown, and Edgewood has a score.
Alex Farkas had a chance for the interception. He got a little overexcited with the man. As we'll watch here as we started again. Watch number 40 for Washington Township. Real nice throw right here. Here's 40 for Washington Township right there. He managed to sneak himself in a little bit too much, and Wajid beat him down the field. A little bit of a mental mistake as he let the offensive player, I'm out of gas, let the offensive player get by him. That's one thing you don't want to do defensively in a situation like that. Keep the player in front of you, and he didn't do that there, was Farkas.
So the Edgewood Eagles get a late touchdown here, and they'll probably go for 2 right here. And as you mentioned, a nice pass there by John Thumb.
Well, they're only going to try for 1 here.
And they are going to try for 1. You're right, as Todd Howell is on to attempt the extra point.
No, they're going to go for 2.
And they pitch it into Thornton. He goes into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Nice little play there by Edgewood. And I'll tell you what, the Eastern assistants who are here might want to put that little note down at the bottom of their pad.
That was an outstanding play. I don't think Washington Township was ready for this. You called, look at number 4 in motion. Great blocking in front. He almost danced right in the end zone. Great play right there for Edgewood. And that's a great way to end this game on. Let's see, remember, it has to go 10 yards before Edgewood can touch it. Washington Township can touch the ball before 10 yards.
There is the onside kick, and Engelhardt doesn't get it. It bounces up in the air. It's still loose. Let's see who's got the football. It bounced about 3 times, and Township finally falls on the football. That ball went off Engelhardt's hands. It was tipped again, bounced one more time, and finally it rolled into the hands of one of the Minutemen. Watch it again.
I think we've got some volleyball players out here. Watch this. There's a nice setup. And there's another one. Oh, they just couldn't quite get the spike. And
that second one looked like a good dig from underneath.
Oh, man. Well, Edgewood had their chance right there. Washington Township almost gave that to them right there. But nonetheless, with 4 seconds and counting, that's just about going to do it.
So the clock runs out, and the game is over here at Edgewood High School. The Washington Township Minutemen defeat the Edgewood Eagles by a score of 24-15.